Welcome back to another one.
Okay, so as you guys can see, septic's kind of getting a bit more buried. We need to get some rock, put some rock around the actual septic itself. We just finished digging the big field, so that's going to be the field out there, or probably all the way out to there. And then Brian's just finishing this trench now. So he's going to dig that all the way to the shed, and that's going to have our electrical in it. The electrical will come from there up all the way around through here, all the way up to the house. So yeah, quite a long way to dig a trench, but yeah, I guess that's what you want to do when you get underground power. It's finally raining, which is awesome. The smoke hopefully will go away once this cloud clears, but getting a good amount of rain today. The dust is going down. Brian's happy running the machine. We're looking a lot better. Just had my birthday here on Saturday night. We had lights across all of this and a couple couches. It was a pretty nice setup. Pretty good turnout. It was a good time.
So this is Brian digging the septic field. The field was about 100 foot long by 10 feet wide. You can't really tell here, but eventually the mountain bike jumps will continue straight through there towards the bus. We got really lucky as well because we got all these big rocks out of the hole. They eventually all got moved up to the top to help with that wall, and they're just placed up there for future. You can see some of them are absolutely huge, like this one.
Okay, so I'm standing in the trench. It's pretty long. We just got to kind of finish the fine tuning with the levels. It's pretty sweet. We got a bunch of good rock out of this, and that rock can go up top to where we were building that wall. We just got to fine tune it. It's pretty crazy. This trench will just be holding all of the waste for years and years. It's kind of crazy to think about.
So this is the power shed. This is where the power cable will connect to and then get fed up through there and into the shed. Yeah, and then you can see here the trench getting dug the whole way to the top. After this I went down and got the cable. You can see it was pretty heavy duty stuff. And I came back and Brian had moved all the rock up top and finished the wall. Starting to look pretty good.
Alright, no idea what day it is, but we finally had the smoke cleared. It rained all day yesterday and we just had a really big storm roll through, and I can finally see the mountain. It's been about a week at least since I've seen anything. Yeah, really happy that's over. Brian is now going to be digging this trench that goes from here over here, kind of to where the hose pipe is over there. That's where the house is going to be. And then we can bed the cable. I just went and picked up the cable. It's on the spool over there. So hopefully today, or maybe today, we have the trench fully done. And we can start bedding this bad boy. Alright, I'm getting there.
Given how rocky the property was, I was really kind of lucky with how lucky all the digging went. Most of it just went like this. You can see when you look down here it kind of S's right as it gets to the power shed. That was because there was a little bit of bedrock right there, so we just went around it. And I just ordered enough cable. I didn't really anticipate that we wouldn't be able to go that straight. I should have ordered about 10 extra feet. It would have taken my stress level down. But yeah, we definitely made it work. But yeah, very, very lucky. Right here was the only time we hit bedrock. We only had to take about a foot out, and you'll see it in the next video how we solved that.
Okay, so we got the electrical line in now. It's the black line. And then the white PVC line is the future electrics. So if I ever do the 2 other cabins up there, the PVC pipe will be what we feed the electric cable down. So basically it just means we don't have to dig everything up again. So yeah, it's kind of just like thinking about the future a little bit. Okay, so this is just a video showing the depth of the cable. It's really deep in most places. Over here is the most shallowest, but this will get built up, and I'm going to take a bunch of photos now showing the depth. Okay, we're about to bury the end. This line here is just a little bit past that, maybe just over an arm length out, but we'll put nice sand here the whole way, so it should be easy to dig up in the future. Okay, so we got all the sand backfilled. We just put some wood on top of it and some caution tape, just kind of protect it a bit extra. Yeah, we're getting there. Okay, a bit of an update. The rock wall, Brian's part is done, so he's put all the big rocks in. We need to get a smaller machine who's going to come and place smaller rocks, kind of like in all the holes. The pump house is fully framed now. Just ordered the tin for the roof, but that won't be here for about a week. And I'm waiting on the electrician now to come do his thing, and then the well guy should come. A hole for the house, and there's still definitely a big hole. All of those rocks here are going to be what we put into the wall. It's been pretty good, like everywhere we've dug we found these big rocks, so haven't had to pay for any rocks, which is super nice. You see this berm's kind of deteriorated, it really needs some work, but that's why we got water coming. Now, this cable is the cable for my house. So we've dug a trench the whole way. Right around here, basically from here to here, we came across some bedrock. So we're gonna get that sorted. Hopefully next week, someone will come and just go boom, boom, boom with some dynamite. And then we only really need to bring it down another foot. It has to be 3 feet, so we're pretty close, but it's just too shallow. And then we can bed that. Over here, have the septic tanks. So once all this is bedded, we'll kind of put the wire to the side, and then we can bed it with sand. And then on top of that, we will have the green sewage pipe that'll run from the house down here to the septic, and somewhere kind of around here it's going to split off, and it has to end up being on that side of the septic, and then it goes in this way into a, like, there's a new chamber thing that I'm getting today, and that goes at the end, and basically that will disperse the waste into 2 lines evenly, and then there'll be 2 lines that go down there into the septic field. So yeah, septic tanks here. We're getting the big, it's like a big green tank that'll sit like right here, and it'll go into, like, kind of into it like that. And yeah, it's kind of good. It's worked out really well. Like the upstairs area now, once we backfill everything, like these tanks get fully buried, there'll be a huge flat spot. Which, yeah, more flat spot is the better when you're living on a mountain. So we've buried the cable all the way to here, and then you can see that extra PVC pipe, that is for the future cable. So once we kind of clean this up, I'll extend that PVC pipe all the way up, and then that is going to come out near the septic. And then in the future, if I ever decide to do those 2 cabins, I will run another cable like this down through the pipe all the way to the shed, so I won't have to dig this up again. So it's just kind of like thinking a little bit for the future. And pretty much everywhere it's buried, we just put wood on top of the sand over the line, just like an extra protection. And that bit there, like, we'll always be driving through, so we put extra wood there. So yeah, hopefully we never have to dig this up. So here we are at the septic field. So I kind of talked before about that big green tank. That will like disperse into two lines. One of the lines will come down here, and then right around here it splits. And then the other line we cut from about here, and then that goes down. And then basically this thing is two separate fields. So if I just wanted to do one house, this field would have been half the size, and I would have only needed one tank. But because I want to do a house and potentially multiple cabins in the future, and I only wanted to ever do the septic once, it made sense just to really beef up the system. So we've got this massive field now. It's 88 feet long. We kind of ran out of drain rock, so Brian will be getting more this morning. But yeah, this goes all the way to there, and there'll be two separate fields, and they get evenly dispersed by that big green thing. So it's definitely coming along. So that wire is fully buried all the way through here, kind of like under me. One of the good things is he's like blown this out a lot. Like now there's way better access into the shed. Before there was a big mound here. It was just kind of a pain in the ass to get in. But now that's done. And the shed is very messy, but that's the cable coming up. Gave them a bit extra, and they'll feed that into this panel. And then yeah, that's gonna run the whole house.
I hope you liked this video and my new rock wall. Please subscribe for more.